Hello there and welcome to another episode of Cooking Back in the Kitchen with Shane. We're cooking. Today I'm doing something different that maybe a lot of you aren't familiar with, but then of course I'm taking my take on it. We're making pastelón, which is a Puerto Rican lasagna, but it's with plantains instead of the pasta noodles that you're used to. But normally what they would do is they would slice them, fry them, and layer it. Well, my brother-in-law, who is from Puerto Rico, which many of you already know, and those of you who don't, hopefully one day you'll get to meet him, taught me more of a healthier way to do it, and it's become a hit, and I would like to share the recipe with you today. So I'm going to start by showing you how to cut a plantain. I'm sure a lot of you don't know how, because I didn't, and I actually learned from my sister-in-law. So you're going to cut the ends off each end. And you're going to take your knife and you're going to score it right through, just like this. And then you're going to take your fingernails and look how easy that comes off. And then what I would do normally, you would slice it like this. But when you're doing it, you're going to do it like in chunks like this. And we're going to heat it up in the microwave a few minutes to get it soft. And I have already done that for you. So I have it here. So normally you would want to use between 4 to 6 plantains. You can use more if you feel you need more, you're having more people. And now you're just going to mash it like mashed potatoes. And then you would use normally a picadillo meat sauce, you know, with your sauce, your peppers, your onions, like you would normally do picadillo and rice. Instead, you would use that. But in this case, I'm going to be using my homemade vodka meat sauce, but I have plenty left over. And you could look in the video from yesterday to see the recipe for that. And I find that it does work the same. It comes out really well. But again, you can make the picadillo recipe, or if you don't want meat, you can always cut out the meat and just use tomato if you want to make it more vegetarian. I've never done it that way, but I don't see why you can't. Now, once we have the plantains mashed, I'm going to take this out of the way. And we have our baking dish. And I'm going to spray it with some cooking spray. And we're going to take our sauce. And we're going to put a little bit on the bottom of the pan. Just enough like this so you can see here. Just enough there to put it. And then we're going to take some of this plantains. Put it in. And we're going to spread that evenly. And your layer should look like this. And then we're going to top it with some mozzarella cheese. Now you can use cheddar cheese if you'd like. I've seen recipes where people even use Gruyere cheese, so if that's something you like. But then again, I've Americanized it to, I guess you could say, my liking. But I did learn how to make it the traditional way I did once. And then we learned this way and we seem to like it better, so this is what we do. And then once you have the first cheese layer, it should look like this. And then we'll top it with some more meat sauce. And then we're going to repeat with the remaining plantain, because normally lasagna has 3 to 4 layers. This has 2 layers. I mean, you could do 3 layers if you like, but you won't need to. And then I'm going to move the sauce aside. And we're going to take 2 eggs. And I'm going to beat them. And then we're just going to pour it over just like this. We're going to help spread it around. And this is going to help keep it together. Think of this part as your ricotta cheese that you would put in lasagna. And then we're going to top it with some more mozzarella. And this is going to go into an oven at 350, 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes or longer. Because basically you're just now melting the cheese and basically heating it up. And you can make this ahead of time. So like if you have to go to work, you can make this in the morning, put it in the fridge, pop it in when you're ready to eat, just 25 minutes to 30 minutes. And when this comes out of the oven, I'm going to show you how delicious this looks. And let's just this in the oven. So we're taking the pastelón out of the oven, and this is what it looks like. And like I said, it's a basic lasagna. It's very good. You should definitely give it a try, because you know what? It will surprise you on how much better this is than lasagna. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna eat lasagna, but this is really good. So until next time, thanks for joining me in Back in the Kitchen with Shane. I hope to see you next time. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel as more adventures are coming. Amazon, you can get Back in the Kitchen with Shane and also The Adventures of Owen and Mike. So continue this journey with me, because you never know where we'll end up.